Good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. Make sure you follow me on Spotify and BitChute. I got a podcast over there on Spotify, and I'm uploading everything on the BitChute as well. Please check that out. Give me a follow. Now, Eric Adams, the new mayor of New York City, is a bitch. I'll put a link in the description box of this video I just saw. He is talking about how he wants to look. He's talking to reporters. I want to look out there and see more faces that look like mine. No one's telling my story from my point of view. No one's telling my story who's from a high crime area. So that's supposed to be the black story, high crime and poverty? No one's telling my story. Eric Adams, I'm not in New York right now, but let me echo what I feel are some of the feelings of New Yorkers. Fuck your feelings. Fuck your story. Okay? Why don't you save New York's life and revitalize that city and make it safe again? Let them tell that story when you're done. You're supposed to come in here like Mr. Clark. Instead, you're in here like Mr. Rogers. What are you talking about, man? Do you think there's just hordes of black reporters that want to get onto the New York news scene and just get a big white palm in their face when they come through the door? I'm so sick of this willful ignorance. You know the truth. You know our numbers as a population haven't grown in 25 years. You know if we don't snuff our babies out in the womb, they're going to get shot when they get out. Don't ignore that shit. Don't ignore the crime spike in your city. Don't ignore the illegals about to get the right to vote in local elections only, just local. Don't act like that's not going to destroy the fabric of your fucking city. What the hell are you talking about your story? You don't give a damn about your story. It's not about your story. It's about the story of your city. All of your press conferences should sound like this. Look, I'm only doing these press conferences because I have to. If you don't have any questions about the saving of New York's life, about the revitalization of this city, shut the fuck up. I came here to kick this city's ass and chew gum, and I'm all out of gum. Drop the mic and get your ass to work. Your story. Why are you even talking about some shit like that? You got citizens getting stabbed, pushed in front of trains, and set on fire, and you talking about some fucking reporters? You sound like that googly-eyed son of a bitch in Chicago, America's shooting range. Your story. Fuck your story. Here, I got a story for you. You came to New York City, took over for Mayor de Blasio, did a worse job than him, and now a Republican has to come in and save your ass. The end. Don't forget about Giuliani. I'm not lying. I'm only telling the truth. Once the city's been bent over for decades and their collective ass is prolapsed, then you want a Republican to come in and save the day. Fuck my story. No one's telling my story. Don't give a shit about your story. There's no faces that look like mine. Let some white mayor get up there and say that shit. Hey, there's too many black people out here. There's too many people. I want to look out here and see faces that look like mine. Nobody's telling my story from a position of no violence growing up and an intact nuclear family and loving parents and plenty to eat and lights and heat and shit. You know, white stuff. Black people can't have that. We can't have good neighborhoods. We can't have tight-knit families. We can't have nuclear families. We can't have jobs and prosperity. That's what this fool's saying. No one's telling my story from a violent background. Is that the only story we have to tell? Shithead. I want to look out and see faces that look like mine. Worry about the faces out there in the city, you asshole. Nobody cares about you. What a story that would be if you saved this city, brought it back to prominence, safety. You said you're going to flood the subway with police officers. Why don't you flood the street corners? New York was safer during stop and frisk, wasn't it? My story. Wait till you see this bullshit. That's what's wrong with these fools. Your chores aren't done. The heavy lifting's not done, and you're worried about some bullshit. You're worried about something that doesn't matter. When you got this pile of shit that needs to be taken care of that's casting a shadow over you, but you're worried about reporters and what race they are. I've used this analogy before. It's like you're standing in the middle of a hallway, dead center of the hallway. And on one side, you got a ravenous pit bull foaming at the mouth, charging you, waiting to rip flesh from bone. And on the other side, you got a 3-year-old little girl with a balloon and a lollipop saying, I want to play. And you're putting all your attention to the little girl with the balloon and the lollipop. You're putting all your efforts toward her when this vicious beast is bearing down on you. Reporters don't give a shit about what the reporters look like. Why don't you worry about what they're reporting? Every reporter there is up your ass. Every reporter there, oh, he's so awesome, because they can't say shit about you. They can't say anything negative. They're going to be called what? So all the media there has their little pink lipstick out like a dog, and you're talking about the reporters. Don't worry about the reporters. Fucking dick. Let me get in here and do something productive. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell, because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Get your ass over to JerichoGreen.net. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.